Hi everyone, Beth here. I don't know about you, but I have loved hearing devotionals every day this week for Hope Week, and I am looking forward to what's to come as well. It's an honour to share with you today. I know it's very easy right now to go to a hopeless place, but that is why it's so crucial to intentionally cultivate our hope, because our God hasn't changed. And I'm encouraged when I read Psalm 25. It tells me that those who hope in the Lord will never be put to shame. So I know that if you hope in God today, you are not going to be shortchanged. He will come through for you. I want to share something that God's been speaking to me about recently, and it comes out of a verse in Matthew chapter 1, verses 22 to 23, and it's a verse around the birth of Jesus, so you might hear this scripture at Christmas time, but I want to read it for us today. So Matthew 1, verse 22 to 23, it says, "All this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said through the prophet. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God with us." Emmanuel, God with us. I want to focus on that today. God is with us. He is with us in our present. In every single moment of every single day, He is right there. He's not distant. He's not out of reach. You're not striving to get His attention. You're not trying to catch His gaze. He is with us. In fact, He was already there before we were aware of Him. He was there first. He loved us first. God with us. You know, I've been struck again that God is not just the God of our past. He's not just the God of our future. He is the God of our present. He's God of right now. And our present is made up of lots of moments. You know, in those moments that feel like they're nothing moments, He's there. In the chaotic moments, the quiet moments, loud, full, mundane, He's there. He never leaves you, and He knows you better than anyone else. As you're listening to me right now, or maybe watching me right now, He's there. He's right there with you. He's present. You're not doing this alone. I know recently there's been a whole lot of people who are perhaps biding time. You know, they feel like they're in limbo. Maybe that's you today. And people that have written off the year 2020. And I want to say I get that completely, because it has been a crazy year. It's been tumultuous, and it has thrown a lot of curveballs our way. But, you know, because the God of the universe is here in the now, I just think there's so much that we can glean from the present. Even when it's difficult, we can see the opportunity to glean from the present, because He is here right now in September 2020. In any moment of your day, you can tap into Him as the source. You can tap into Him. You can access peace directly from the Prince of Peace, because we know peace is not the absence of something, it's the presence of someone. You can tap into joy, into contentment, into strength, into unwavering assurance, because God is with you. You know, Jesus, in coming to earth, was declared as Emmanuel. We just read that in that scripture. And it wasn't necessarily the name that His parents were going to call Him. It was more of a declaration over Him, the role that He played, because He chose to come into our mess, into our rawness, into our stuff, into humanity, in the brokenness, the human form that can be. He took on human form, and the Gospel of John says He tabernacled with us. That tells me He wasn't scared off. He wasn't discouraged. He came into human form because He wanted to be with us. And the same God is with you today. He's not scared off or discouraged. So He's with you on this day, this day. And that means there's opportunity in this day. There's hope available to you this day that isn't dependent on your circumstances, that isn't dependent on forecasts or what someone else says, or what you see on social media, or a news report, or any modeling. No, it's based on the truth of who God is and His presence in your life. So I want to invite you to take a moment today to acknowledge that He's present in your home, in the very room that you are in right now. He's unafraid of your mess. His ear is attentive to you. His eyes are upon you. He hasn't forgotten about you. He's not coming and going. He's here to stay. So acknowledge him and receive everything he wants to give you today.